Don't blink, kiss you blink. Welcome to the Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well, so having a wonderful day on this 23rd March 2025. Today we're talking about my winter. So this is a 2025 winter recap. I wanted to do month recap, but I think months is too much. So my winter was a hard one, and it's not a complaining one. It's not a complaining one. It's not a making myself a victim one. It's more so people that follow the channel, and I do owe them respect. I do owe them an explanation on what happened over the winter. So the winter, okay. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I started the channel 4 years ago, I had this passion. I had this passion for gaming, and I was streaming. And then I started making videos like this, and I realized my true passion was this. You know, that's where my heart was, right? Okay, winter. Winter is gonna be the one where I'm streaming a lot, and it's so weird because I had kind of like a seasonal depression. Never had that before. Now there's multiple aspects of it. We kind of get into it, but more so than that, with Twitch, and I'm not mad, but I'm pissed off. The fact that they said, you know what, you can only have 100 hours. That's bullshit because now I cannot stream anymore. I have to upload still 300 hours of work, which is hard to do. It's really hard to do. Again, not complaining, but you know. So that being said, what exactly happened was, I think it's because I went out more last year. I went out and I experienced outside, and I experienced nature, and I experienced what it was to be out, and it felt wonderful and it felt great. And I was like, you know what? I want to do that my whole life, you know? And I think I went back inside, and I think this weekend was this winter was about realizing how little I could do inside. And it's funny because a year ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, the inside of the apartment was all I needed to make videos. And then I started making videos outside, and I realized how fun it was and how much I craved that, right? And that was everything to me. So the fact that I wasn't able to do this, the fact that I was able to do streaming, it's odd because I had plans and I could have done much more. I admit it, but then those plans were always part of something bigger. There's always, like, you know, one piece of the puzzle, but they were never the puzzle, right? So this comes to me, and I'm like, that's a bit weird. That's a bit weird because I would have preferred, I would have loved to do something akin. I would have loved to do something akin to. It was a period of understanding the mistakes. For example, taking a book and analyzing or recapping every single chapters versus a book itself, right? And that's such a shame because I love to do that. It was such a hard 4 months. I was feeling sad. I was feeling down, and we still made a fucking ton of content, which was great. And I still had some very good moments. And I'm still very happy about the outcome of the winter, but the fact that it was so different from the summer, and I wanted the summer to be back. And I became complacent. I became lazy. Yeah, and I think that's the part I'm the most ashamed of. This winter wasn't as productive as I wanted to be, and ultimately speaking, it doesn't matter because we're gonna make content anyway. But it does matter in a sense of this is my dream, and I cannot take. I'm building it. I cannot take months off, season off, right? That's part of the craziness of going to do this for the rest of my life. You know, being my own boss is the best thing ever and the worst thing ever. Having my own company is the best thing and the worst thing ever. Because it's always, you cannot go back home and relax. It's always. So in the winter, I felt trapped at home, and I felt trapped, and I wanted to work out a little bit, then realized how unhealthy I was, how bad of a shape that I had, and I realized that I had a lot less energy felt fatigue, very fatigued. And I kept on blaming so the month of October I did the burnout. And then I got better in November, but in November that was already the winter. So I kept thinking that the I kept thinking that the that the that the I kept thinking that the problem that I had was over. I don't know, man. I don't know that I still had the ingredients of burnout, which wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. It was just a dude that was tired. I still don't know if I'm better, but I know what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna become healthy, and if that's anything, I don't care how long this takes. I don't care how long my social media career takes to take off. I don't care how many years I have to spend not making a penny. I'll starve because I'll starve. Also, I don't give a fuck. My health wise, I know that this is something that I have to fix. Not quick, but sooner than later. And that's the main focus now. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, sorry for the weird video. But I love you, that you matter. I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Peace.